I'm Steph from Stitching with Steph, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a stitch with me of our unbranded Korean folklore dancer. We are going into week 4. It is an 11 count canvas. It is 48 by 63 centimeters, and it does consist of 27 colors. I do not have a link for this particular design as I've had this in my stash for a while, so I do apologize about that. For all of my subscribers that are returning to do another stitch with me, thank you. I really appreciate you coming and hanging out with me today. If you're not a subscriber and you came across my channel and you like this type of content, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you like this particular canvas or image, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Lastly, I just like to let everybody know that I do have a Facebook group that we've created for our little community over here. And you can find that link in the description, or you can search the groups by Stitching with Steph. Go ahead and answer those questions, and I'll go ahead and get you added to the group. Also, with that, if you'd like to submit any pictures that like to be added into my upcoming week's Stitch with Me's as features, you can either put them in the Facebook group and asked to be added to a feature, or you can go ahead and send me an email, which is listed down below for viewer submissions. Let's go ahead and dive into this week 4 Korean folklore dancer Stitch with me. All right, friends, so we're just going to go ahead and continue on with our Korean folklore dancer. We're going to do this green slant here and here. That is color, let's see, it is number 2 on our key, DMC 208, and as you can see, it's a purple color. I do like this key because it kind of tells me the colors. And then here is the actual color for us. There we go. All right, so I am going to start, let's start up here, maybe. There we go. So I am stitching on a frame. I tried to do, I think it was my geisha by hand, and I kind of gotten spoiled, guys, stitching on a frame for us now. So, so I'm going to try to do all this green today and see how much we can get done. I've gotten spoiled while filming stitching on a frame. And for some reason, when I have like a screen full of symbols, I don't know why my camera does this, so I kind of have to keep a hand here for the time being. I think I have really good lighting now, so it's like, hey, we notice all these things and it wants to focus on all of them, but it's whatevs. There we go. So I normally stitch two hand, but for this canvas, it's being a little picky and wanting me to do it one at a time. And I got to be careful so it doesn't like stick to my frame holder as well. So there's that. I haven't worked on this canvas. I don't even know the last time I worked on it, to be honest with you. I have so many projects nowadays. Today's another stitching day for me and filming. So I'm filming a couple of videos today, and today is the day where it's raining. So it's cold, it's only like 45 degrees out, it's rainy. Because I try to get all my recording done on my days off, because since I do work those 12s, it's really hard to get any recording done on the days that I work, unfortunately. It's because I only get about, let me think, 4 hours of sleep the nights that I work. So for me, I don't really record on the days that I work unless it's something that like I fell behind on or I didn't get completed during my recording days, but we're right on track this week. Looks like all of my stuff will be filmed and edited and scheduled out to post for you guys, so you should have an eventful week coming up. Let's see. If you see my frame move a little bit, I have like these arms that are connected to like my desk. So they're kind of flexible and moving around. So like I can move my canvas around if I want to, or so I don't have to necessarily move my camera. I can move my stitching, as you can see. Like it's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah, I just went and picked up my daughter from school. I'll be leaving here in about an hour to pick up my youngest. This canvas, as you can see, since you're really close up right now, has a lot of like confetti in it. So um, that's okay. That just means a little bit more detail. There we go. I do have to admit, after stitching this week's the majority of my stuff on frames, I am pretty spoiled now with these frames for filming. It's so much nicer. I just need to get more of this size frames or a couple more like this size. So what I can do is just put all my stitch with me's and my canvases on the frames, and I can just swap them out and just knock out my filming a little bit quicker. So that's my next goal. I have a few things in goal for my channel. Yeah, because I do, let me think. I do like 7 or 8 stitch with me's a week. And some of them are like my large koi canvas. I don't have to worry about that one. Let me think, what else? My counted peony is still by hand for now, just because I'm still working like in the upper like left-hand corner way up here. It's really close to the edge still. So that one is definitely going to be by hand for a while, so I don't have to worry about that. But any of like my stamped canvases, like I feel like we just pick a spot on the canvas and we're like, cool, this looks like, that's what I did today. I was looking for this symbol because we finished up this symbol by the head. And I was like, well, I still have this thread out. Where can I finish stitching some of this? So that's what I did. I looked for the symbol around my canvas. And then that's what I did. I just brought her on down. Looks like, hold on. I have to fix this. There's like a little snag in my thread. I felt it when I was pulling it through the canvas. Also, since I started doing my counted, I would have to say that I've developed a love for counted and stamped now. Stamped is nice when I want to like mindlessly stitch, if that makes sense. But I'm really enjoying counted. So I ordered a whole bunch with anticipation of these tariffs going on for a long time. So no fret, friends. We have plenty to review. We have plenty to stitch on. I was thinking of our channel. how we will fret during these times with tariffs, because I'm going to be real with you. Nobody wants to pay 125% on something. You know what I mean? And to even buy, because I was looking at some patterns on Etsy that I want to get, to even buy the material for it, it's an arm and a leg. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, even if, like I said, even if we get patterns, right? We still got to get our materials from somewhere. We still got to get our Ada and our DMC floss, and like we don't manufacture raw goods like that here. So we're still going to be paying an arm and a leg for our craft, unfortunately. Sorry guys, I didn't realize it tilted up a smidge. So yeah, as soon as I heard him announce that, I went, and my husband okayed it, luckily. I took all of the spending money I've been saving for my craft, because I was wanting to buy like a larger hard drive to store all my videos and pictures and all my data and stuff on. So I took that money and bought a whole bunch of kits, and I mean a lot of kits. Counted, stamped, and like I said, I'll probably buy some patterns from Etsy, to be honest, just to test them out. I found right now I use my GoodNotes app for my pictures right now, but I found an app that you can download PDFs into, and it like counts your stitches for Apple users, but I haven't even tried it yet, to be honest. So, all right, I'm going to pause you so I can run this on the back side and close this stitch up, so bear with me. All right, so this is where we left off. Sorry, I'm just gonna try to fix this a bit, and we'll start right here. How about that? Hopefully we'll have enough thread to finish this off. Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking about, like, they have a free pattern on that app, and I went and priced some stuff. I think everything cross stitch, maybe. I think it's everything cross stitch. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. I have it on my phone. But just for the DMC floss, because I don't have it, right? Because it's a kit. Like, I normally get all my stuff in kits. It's like $60 to get that pattern done. Just for the raw goods. Okay, that's the pattern was free. So if you have to pay for the pattern, now we can understand the appeal to pre-made kits, right? So unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to wait on that just for now, just because I need to get, I did buy a whole bunch of pre-made kits for us to review on the channel. Because my next step is upgrading my external like memory. It's just to keep it off of my computer. I mean, I have a large hard drive on my computer, but just to keep it off my computer so my computer can stay running fast, because it runs very fast right now. And I know once my channel progresses more, like, I'm gonna have to store pictures and all those things, you know? Mm. Oop. Guys, I'm having a hard time right now. There we go. There we go. There you go. I'm listening to a podcast about how some people don't know what they want to do when they enter college. And, at a young age, it's hard to figure out what you want to do. Yeah, I don't know if I want to continue this purple or do a different color because we have a lot of like this symbol here. I might want to do that symbol just because we have a lot in this area. And we can do a pretty decently length stitch with me if we do that symbol. How many of you guys stitch on frames? Again, I like them in this instance when it's being held. I don't like holding them in my hand. They're heavy, so like doing my stitch with me's this way, wonderful. I love it, but not stitching in hand. Does anybody like have stands, like floor stands? I know Edmund has a stand, but I feel like some of them, like you don't necessarily have like ones that can hold Q snaps very well. Like I wish somebody would come up with one that holds Q snaps. If anybody knows where one is like that, I've tried looking at several stores. That would be nice. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to flip my canvas over and finish this up. All right, so I finished that thread up on the back side, and I went ahead and rethreaded a new color for this symbol here, this blue. So on our key code here, it's this symbol, and it's color 3852, and it is like that mustardy yellow, and it does look like that. So we'll go ahead and just stitch this color since there's a lot of this symbol here, and we can do some stitching together. That took a little bit longer than anticipated. I got distracted. Are we the least bit surprised? Me distracted? Never. I am multitasking in my defense. Right now, I'm loading all my other videos into my editing software, so that takes a while. And then also I'm loading all my edited videos onto my computer so I can put them into YouTube. So here I am stitching with you guys while still doing YouTube stuff. This is probably how come I'm able to do so many videos, to be honest, a week, is because I multitask. Luckily, we have really good internet and I'm able to do those things. I know some people could only do like one at a time, or their videos are really short, like 10, 20 minutes. I'm just one of those lucky ones that I have good service, that I can do like long videos, and my editing software is really good. So I can crank out videos for you guys, several a week on my couple of days off. And the one thing, like I said, is like I look at my filming, my stitch with me's as getting to work on some of my canvases. So I don't mind. It's fun. And you guys seem to enjoy them. So that's all that matters. So like I was saying earlier, I'm listening to a video where they're talking about how kids go to college and they don't know what they want to do. It's a true crime story. Again, I've been binging Dark Livity. If you guys are interested in those types of channels or stories, it's about a girl. She went to college, and of course she didn't know what she wanted to do. And so her first couple of semesters of school, she kept like failing out of her classes because she wasn't interested in them. And she eventually got put on like academic probation, and she didn't tell her family, and she was just pretending like everything was okay. So long story short, she ends up unaliving her mom And it's just like, over school? Like, what in the world are these kids coming to, y'all? I don't understand. I don't know, but I'm sure, like, something, like, I don't know. I don't know why the daughter didn't feel safe to tell her parents that she messed up in school, or I don't know. I'm sure we'll always wonder why kids do what they do, right? And the funny thing is, it's kind of like, dang, we were teenagers once. Were we this crazy? Okay, let's see. They're talking about the kid that supposedly had a job with SpaceX too. Have you guys heard that story? I'm telling you, I have stories. I have heard stories for days. There we go. They're talking about how this girl, she even hid on campus, guys. Wow. I don't know. What do you guys listen to and watch? Sometimes I'll watch other Stitch With Me videos, but I like kind of longer ones. I like 30 minutes plus. So I don't know. I haven't gotten any new ones into my feed for recommendations. Hopefully, maybe I can start finding some more. I haven't really looked this past week, to be honest. There we go. Yeah, I would have to say I'm a little bit spoiled with stitching with a frame now with our Stitch With Me guys. I really do enjoy it. I feel like I get a lot more done than what I do in hand. So I can stitch two-handed, as you can see. Oh, homegirl got busted by the dean. I'm giving you guys a play-by-play about what I'm listening to. I don't know. What do you guys like to do on cold, rainy days? I like staying inside, bundled up, and then just hanging out, watching TV, staying warm, nice, warm, cozy food. I'm glad that it rained today versus on days that I work. I'm one of those people that I'm like, ugh, if it snows or rains on my work days, I'm a little bitter because I'm like, I have to walk from our parking garage to the hospital, and to get to my unit from the parking garage, it's like a 9-minute walk. And I'm like, I dread it sometimes where I'm just like, I don't want to go across the parking garage and then across the parking lot and up 3 floors. And I'm a bit dramatic from time to time. I know. It's funny. Nobody takes me serious. I don't even take myself serious, to be honest. I just dread it, to be real. I'm like, well, here goes to nothing. Like, my daughter messaged me. She's supposed to message me and tell me when she gets out of school, because some days she stays after for like her extracurriculars, or she stays after to do work like on her art. So I've just learned to wait for her when she's finishing up, right? And today she messaged me. She goes, Mom, are you going to come and pick me up? I forgot to tell you that I need to be picked up at this time. And I was like, no, because you didn't tell me, so I'm coming. I was like, wait inside the building so you don't get all wet. She's all, too late. I'm already out here. And besides, it's only drizzling. I'm like, oh, child of mine. And I'm like, why wouldn't you just go back inside? She goes, well, we only live like 3 minutes away. I could wait outside for 3 minutes. I don't like my kids walking to and from school because in our area, we have a lot of teenage drivers because the high school, like where we live, we're really close to like a high school, middle school, and an elementary, like 2 elementary schools. So not only do we have a lot of chaotic teenage drivers, it's like the adults don't know how to drive either. So my husband thinks I'm a little overprotective, but I'm like, if they had more crosswalks and more stoplights like in our area, I wouldn't mind my kids walking to school. But for example, on the way to my daughter's school, we have one stop sign and one stoplight. That's it. And I'm just like, that isn't enough, like, for kids to cross these busy streets safely. From our house to the middle school, we have we have two stop signs. Stop signs, guys, not even lights. So then from our house to the elementary school, we have, let me think, one, two, three, four stop signs. Like there's really no lights. They are putting one in on the way to the high school, so there'll be another like light. But at the beginning of the school year, like I was walking the kids to and from school because we can in that sense. And I didn't feel safe with like all the parents driving crazy. Where we live, it's an unincorporated county. So it's not like city police are here, it's the sheriffs. And I think they've caught wind of people driving a little cuckoo. They've been sitting out there giving people tickets left and right. And I'm like, finally, like, good golly, can we just make sure kids can walk safely to and from school? Like, I don't know. Like my husband was like saying, well, we could let them walk to and from so you don't have to wake up so early from work. And I'm like, I'd rather be minorly inconvenienced as a parent and get less sleep than to run the risk of my kids getting hit by a car. So I don't know. And I know my kids want to walk to and from school. It's not them that I don't trust. It's the drivers, the other people that I don't trust because they just don't pay attention, unfortunately. And I just feel like I'm not willing to risk their safety when I can just drop them off and pick them up. You know what I mean? My husband on his one day off, because he has one day off during the week, school week, like Monday through Friday, he has a day off, and he'll do the kids like drop off, and sometimes he'll pick them up for me, depending on if I'm filming or whatever. So yeah, it's honestly not that bad. I don't mind, but like, for example, like my daughter said, it's a 3-minute drive to our house from her school, but it's about a 15-minute walk for her. So, yeah, I don't know. What about you guys? Like, how are your neighborhoods for kids to walk? Not necessarily yours if you have any, but if you notice kids in your neighborhoods walking, do you find that the other drivers pay attention? Like, I don't know. I feel like because we live in the suburbs of Denver, um, people drive differently out here. They drive like a little too comfortably, if that makes sense. Like they feel like they're not going to get caught, but they always do, to be honest with you. But I'm just like, oh, I'm not going to risk it. Because again, I mean, just driving and dropping my kids off and picking them up, I see how people don't pay attention to the kids trying to cross the streets and stuff like that. Like, and let's be honest, kids aren't very safe either. I mean, I've seen some kids like walk out in between cars and they literally just will just walk out. And I'm like, I've almost hit kids because they're not paying attention. And I'm just like, you're supposed to cross at the corner. Like, what are you doing? But even my middle schooler that's about to start high school, he's very independent compared to my daughter. My daughter's she's definitely daddy's girl. She is a little princess and you can totally tell she's the only girl in the family. And then my oldest son, you can tell he's like the oldest boy in the household. He's very independent. Like he was telling me, Mom, I can't wait till I can get a job. And I was like, well, why? He's like, I want to build me a PC. Not because he just wants to start working. No, no, no. It's because he wants to build a PC from scratch. I'm like, at least he's motivated. My daughter's like, I just want to go to school and finish school and become a radiologist. And I'm like, well, you do you, boo. Whatever you want to do, we'll support you within reason, right? Like, let's be real here. I'm not going to support her if she wants to go and peddle drugs, right? I don't even understand how this just happened, guys. Do you see this? It's like 3 knots in one. WTF. Okay, well, there's one. There's 2. Ahaha, I got it out. I'm kind of impressed with my skills right now. Didn't expect that to come out so easily. And it's funny because when I'm stitching two-handed, I do guide my thread, as you can see. So I guide it, but I don't know what just happened. I'm in one of those moods where I'm like, oop, well, that didn't work the way I anticipated it. I'm in one of those moods where it's like music is playing repeatedly in my head. And since I have dinner in the slow cooker, I can actually focus a little bit more on the things. I'm going to pause you for a minute, okay? 1 second, guys. Sorry, I told you I was loading my videos to my editing software, and I just happened to look over, and it said that it'll say like, it'll have like a little caution sign, and it's just because my internet may have got a little wonky. But it's chugging right along. No biggie. I really do enjoy doing this YouTube thing. I didn't know if I was actually gonna like doing it because I was like, it seems like a lot of work. But once I have like everything figured out, it's so much fun having like a little project about my projects, right? Like, and then I didn't even realize how many of you guys actually like stitching. I am so impressed with that. My daughter always makes fun of me because she's like, I can't have that kind of commitment, mom. Like she does small things, but like most of us do like large projects. And she's like, how do you stay focused and committed? And I'm like, first of all, I like doing it. I like keeping my hands busy. Not only that, like I like, I just like, I like it. It brings me peace. It's relaxing to me. Kind of like how gardening's relaxing. Some people are like, how do you put in all that work? And I'm like, I don't know. I do. I'm really looking forward to when the weather's nice and I can take a cup of coffee out on my back porch, put up my umbrella, sit in my little chair and admire my garden while stitching or reading. Like my favorite thing is I love reading too. I just realized I do a lot of projects solo. I used to play a lot of team sports in high school, but as an adult, I like doing things that make me happy. I think that comes with age, where you enjoy your own company a lot more because I feel like it's not the same as it was when I was in my late teens, early 20s, or even in my 30s. I feel like people's company isn't the same, right? Like you go out and you have fun, but then you get older and you're like, you still like to have fun. It's just in a different way. We don't like stress. We want to relax and enjoy what time we have here on this earth. And that's what I like about stitching is like, I could do this for hours, guys. Like hours. Like I was telling my husband, people always joke around. They're like, Steph, why aren't you a PRN princess? And what that means is work as needed. I was like, technically I can, like I could work when I wanted to. My husband, um, bless his heart, has worked very hard and, makes more than enough for me to stay home. But if I want to stay home, I want to be able to do the things I enjoy, aka cross stitching, gardening, reading, diamond arting. Like if I'm going to stay home, I want to have fun, right? But here's the downside. When I work, that's my spending money. So if I'm not working and I'm a PRN princess, I'm not going to have the spending money to buy and do the things I want to do. Like I'm just going to be sitting around at home. So I'm like, it's like a double-edged sword, right? So yeah. So yeah, I'm just like, what's the point of not working if I can't do the things that I find fun? Because And not only that, like our kids are still growing. So like my income goes towards all the family fun stuff. So like for example, sorry guys, I had to hang my needle down to get the twisties out of it. Um, so like if we want to go out to the movies, I'm the one that funds those kind of things. So my husband makes more than enough for us to like survive and invest and stuff like that. My money's the fun money for myself and the family. But yeah, I'm like I could, but I'd be bored. My family would be bored. Like I like it when my kids are very humble. So like when they're like, "Mom, can I get a new game?" We have what's called a Steam account because all of us like playing video games on the computer. I don't play it as nearly as much as them, but we have what's called a family account and we share the games on Steam, which is any one of us can play it on any PC, which is nice. So we'll go through and I'll put together something and I'll buy everyone a game that they like. And then we all just kind of like take turns playing it. Like I'm currently playing Oregon Trail. I'm laughing because those of you that know, you know. But it's like the newer version. Like they have indigenous people in there and they have like the graphics are so much better compared to the Oregon Trail from like the 80s, to be honest with you. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is so cool. And like the storylines can branch off a lot better. So if anybody likes playing video games or you're wanting to get into it, they have those on Steam. It's an online platform where you just go and create a profile and it stores all your games for you that you purchase and you download them and play them as you see fit. Like what else other game do we have? I have so many games, guys. But one thing I always go back to is stitching. Oop, sorry guys, I almost lost my needle there. Um, I was like, I don't know. I before I had kids, I used to play a lot of video games, but I feel like once I had kids, my time, like my interests shifted. I've always liked crafting, but I really got into stitching during our like stay-at-home orders got issued. I play video games, but my youngest, he's a little tyrant sometimes. He'll if I'm playing a game, he'll come and be like, "Oh, here, let me show you how to do it." And I'm like, "Bro, let me figure it out." And then he'll be like sidelining, trying to give me like coaching me through it. And I'm like, I can figure it out. Thank you for trying to help. Like, I'll try to be really sweet and kind, but he doesn't stop. So I'll be like, you know what? I'll just play this another time. And I'll try to like play it another time. And then he'll still manage to, it's like he has a spidey sense. So like the boys have their own PlayStation and me and my daughter have our own PlayStation. So like he has a horrible habit when me and my daughter are playing for him to come and just be like, so able for you to move on to the next level, you need to maneuver X, Y. And I'm like, bro, stop. We'll figure it out. He's like, but I've already played this game and I know how to beat it. I was like, that's good for you. But let us figure it out. So my daughter kind of gets annoyed like I do. And we get that he's just trying to help, but it's like, can we just figure it out for ourselves? Maybe just a little smidgeroony, just a little bit, sir. We appreciate the courtesy of you trying to help. However, we also would like to play the game and explore ourselves. So when I play games, I tend to go more towards like the team games or two-player or more games so I can invite him to come and play. Because I think he just wants to interact and play the games with us, but he won't necessarily tell us that's what he wants to do, if that makes sense. I think he just wants us to pick up on it. And I'm like, if you want to play, just ask. And then he'll say, sorry, guys, I'm letting my thread hang for a second to unwind again. Like then he'll say, like, if I'm like, hey, if you want to play, just ask. And then he'll be like, hey, can I play? I'm like, yeah, let's find a game. Sometimes he'll want to play a game with us, or he'll be like, no, 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 I want to play the game you're playing. And I'm like, that's not how this works. Especially if it's a one-player game. My daughter and I are definitely the readers in the household. We have an area on our main floor. It's kind of it, it's like when the kids were younger, we used it as a toy room. But now that they're getting older, they're slowly dwindling all those toys, and we're donating them to people that would want them, or give them away to kids that can use them. So that area is we're going to make it actually our home library. So it's like a whole, we call it the flex space. So we're going to turn it into a library to house all our books, because yes, we do have that many books between my daughter and I. We have probably like 8-ish bookshelves of books between the two of us, and sometimes we like reading the same thing, sometimes we don't. But that's between the two of us. We figured that we can create a library for the whole family, and everybody can put their books in there, and everyone just has like their own area. The boys don't read as much as we do, so they read, but I wouldn't say like my middle schooler, my one that's about to be in high school. He likes reading about history and like military stuff and how-tos, stuff like that, like educational stuff. It's weird, I know, but he does. So that's our plan for that little space, is turning it into a little library. Oop, wrapped that around my hand on the back side. I'll probably stopping this video here because I got to go pick up my other one in about 10 minutes, and I still have to put on a hoodie and actual sneakers because right now I'm wearing Crocs. All righty, let's see. Oop, wrong hole. Alrighty, I think I'm probably going to call this Stitch With Me a done. Let's go ahead and wrap this up, and then we'll finish up our video. All right, friends, that concludes this video of our week 4 Korean folklore dancer Stitch With Me. If you hung around all the way till the end, thank you. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. For my subscribers, again, as always, I really truly appreciate you hanging out with me and chit-chatting in the comments and in the group. If you're not a subscriber and you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I do have, again, that Facebook group, Stitching with Steph. That link is in the description box. Or I have a TikTok and an Instagram, and my handler on both of those platforms is stitching_with_Steph. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.